You guys are welcome. As you can see, I'm sharing my life on social media. Okay guys, let's wait for people to come in, then we can start. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. OTC Ebu, you're welcome. You're welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome. We'll be starting very soon. We're going to be creating a birthday flyer. OG baby, you're welcome. You all are welcome. You all are welcome. You all are welcome. So I believe you saw the post. Yeah, we're going to do the flyer. No, this one on the screen. Yeah, it can be done later. I can do the tutorial later if you want. I can do the tutorial later. I believe you're talking about the blue or the green. You are joining, you're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're just joining, you're welcome. So I'm going to be creating a new file. It's going to be 1080 by 1350. The resolution should be 300 and it should be on pixels. The size is on pixels. I'm using pixels, so yeah. Of course, we're going to create a new image. So now I'm going to show you guys how I Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the tutorial for the blue and the green design later on. So I'm going to be showing you how to get the pictures. You can always get the pictures on Instagram. You can get the pictures on Instagram, so you can just search for her name. We're doing a flyer for Miss Chinwo, so you can search for her name, and I already created an extension that can help you download the pictures directly. So in case you want to know how I did it, you can go to your browser and download savefrom.net. When you get to savefrom.net, something might pop up here. Yes, for you to install extension, you can install the extension and download the picture just directly from this small place here. So you just download it, and I've already downloaded it, so I don't need to download it again. So you download it for all, but in case this does not appear after installing the extension, you can just come to this three little dots here and copy the link. So when you copy the link, you come here and you paste it. So once you paste it, you can see that all the picture is going to pop up for you to download. You can see everything is out for you to download one by one. Yeah, I'm going to be doing more live videos, so make sure you don't miss. You will be able to see how I design from scratch. Okay, now so I'm going to be bringing in my pictures. I've downloaded them here already, you can see, and I also I also searched for some background I can use on Pinterest, but we're still going to search for other backgrounds in case I don't like this one. So first I'm going to be selecting the pictures I will use, because normally doing a birthday flyer you will need at least maximum 3 pictures. So I really like this one, I like this one, I like this one, and I like this one. No, something like this one. You all are welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. So I like these 3 designs. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be removing the background and also enhancing the background. So let me just delete this since I've shown you guys. Now I'm going to go to let's enhance to enhance my pictures. So let me go here. I think I have some credits. I have like 4 credits, so I can use it to edit the 3 pictures I need and also edit a background that I'm sure I'm going to use. So let me just select the 3 pictures I said I was going to use, and this one. You can hold your control key to select it. You can hold your control key to select each images you want. So now you can click on remove background. Click on remove background and ignore this and make sure all is set. Make sure it's set, then you enhance, which is going to take away 3 credits. Now my credits remaining 1. So let's wait for it to process. Okay, now our picture is ready and the background also is removed. So in case you don't know the difference, let me show you the difference. So you can see before, and let's wait for this large preview so you see how the picture was enhanced. You all are welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe for more live videos. So you can see the large preview. You can see the difference between the 2 of them. So this will help you enhance your pictures and also remove the background. That's one thing I like about Let's Enhance. It's going to do everything for you. So I recommend it for you guys, but it's you need a credit. This one is for PC users, not really smartphone users. Yes, this is for PC. I'm using Photoshop, but I'm also planning to do some live sections using smartphone also. So you also stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some live videos with smartphone. Okay, so if you want to know how to share the link to Let's Enhance, you can just come here to invite friends. So when you go here to invite friends, you copy this link here and share to your friends. Once your friend opens it and create an account using that link, the credit is going to add here. So you can just refresh in case you didn't see it. You can just refresh and you're going to see it. Okay, I hope that helps. So now let's bring in our picture. And if you see me design, for those who have seen me designing, if you watch my previous live videos, I like to arrange my pictures first before looking for background on Pinterest. So let's arrange our pictures the way I want. And in case you are you're on your house, or you're with your PC, you can also follow up if you like. So let's bring in the pictures. This is the first picture. You can see how quality this is. The only thing is that they leave their watermark here, but it's always at the down part, so it's mostly not needed. So you can just blur it. And I'm going to need this, but this will be in this direction, so I think I'm going to flip this one like this. Flipping it is more it looks more nice. Now let's bring this up here, and now let me bring the last one. Where is it? This one. So this one will just be like a small picture down here, and it should be on top this one. So this arrangement is quite good. I like this arrangement. So now let me blur this picture. Yeah, Sylvester, I'm going to be doing some tutorials for smartphones, so just stay tuned. Keep your turn on your notification, because when I go live, I'm going to indicate that I'm going to use smartphone. So don't worry, I'm going to be doing some smartphone live sections. Many of them are coming, so stay tuned. So if you don't know how I came about this, so I went to the max and created a max and went to my brush tool and blur. Make sure your foreground color is black at the top. Okay, yes, I'll be sharing the link in my WhatsApp group or my WhatsApp channel. So if you're not in my WhatsApp channel, you can join. It's on my bio. The link is on my bio. I already put my Telegram link and also my WhatsApp channel, so you can join. So let me just blur this. Make sure your foreground color is black, and you just blur it just little. And also don't forget your opacity should be at 100, flow 100, and maybe smoothing by like 10%. This should be the default settings though, so in case you are finding it hard. So let's go to the max and blur this one too. I'm going to blur this, even though we might still rearrange this, but this arrangement already looks nice. We just have to be sure if this arrangement will be good for us. So now let me click on my white background, and I'm going to be bringing in, this is a background I saw on Pinterest, but I don't know if it's going to be nice. This background, I like it. I also like this one. I also like this one. So let me just download this also. I also saw one here, this one. So I didn't want to come out from the page so that you guys will see where I got the background. So this is it here. These are the backgrounds here. and I don't know how I searched for it. Let me just, oh, I didn't search for it. I was just clicking through searching. I clicked on this is my design on Pinterest. So when I went to my design, I saw this one and I kept going just like that till I came to this place. So that's how I got it. You're welcome, Sylvester. Sorry about that. Let's bring in this background. You can see it's already looking somehow, unless we can add a black gradient somewhere here. If we can add a black gradient, it would be nice, but this should be the first option. Let's check the second and third option if it's going to be better than this. This was my second option, which looks really nice, by the way, because of the blue stuff around there. This is my second option, and also let me show you my third option, this one. So you guys can select, you guys can not this one, sorry. You guys can help me choose which one you think is okay. Let's work it through together. So let's see. You know, she's wearing a red color, so this one doesn't really look nice. Doesn't really look nice though. So if you guys can suggest some backgrounds, it would be really nice. There are still some backgrounds here that we can look for. Let's see. Okay. Let me see if I can work with the first background. Let me see if I can do something with the first background for now. So we can add something like a gradient for this one because I really like it. So we can just, let's create a layer and go to gradients. Maybe something like this. Sorry. You have to make it transparent. You have to make the white part transparent. Click on OK. You guys joining, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, and expect to see more live videos. So if you're just joining, you're welcome. So let's continue. Remember, I made this transparent, so let's bring it somewhere like this. You can see now it looks better because we blended this. So I think this should go. Yeah, the second option, which one? This is the second option, right? It looks nice. Let me try a gradient on it also. It also looks really nice. Wow. Okay, let's go with this. Let's check, because I'm liking this one now. So that was a nice opinion. Guys, sorry about the noise. Let's erase this watermark here. Let's increase our eraser because there are still some spots I can see. Okay, so now that this is done, let's arrange our pictures somehow here. Sorry. Okay, now let me see something like this. I want to add something like this below instead of pure black. Let me see. Still looks nice, because to be making it pure black is somehow too plain. So can just add some little something here, and maybe use Gaussian blur to like blur it a little. So you just go to your Gaussian blur, make sure the picture is selected, not the maxed area. So just go to your Gaussian blur and blur it a little, but not too much, just maybe when the stairs stop showing. Now this is okay. Okay, so let me bring this here. Now it's time to add yeah, I don't know, I don't understand why it's making noise. It's usually noisy around here sometimes. So okay, so let me go back to this background. Let me duplicate it. For those of us who find it difficult to blend pictures in the background, this is the time to watch. So you can see I've duplicated this picture. You move one to the top, or to the top here, and you go to your blur. Just go to your blur, your filter, and go to your Gaussian blur. Now we're going to blur it till you can't see anything there, maybe till it looks like gradient, something like this. Looks okay. Now we're going to go to our effects, and you see overlay looks a bit too much, so I like linear dodge or color dodge. So let's choose color dodge. I know it's too much. We're still going to reduce the fill, so just reduce this here, reduce this, reduce this, reduce this. You can see it's more bright and sharp now, so I like this one. So this is okay. Now let's start adding some things to this. Let me start with her name. So let me reduce this spacing, it's too much. Increase the name, which is always going to be big, so let's increase the name. Reduce the spacing, too much space, so not too much. Okay, now let's look for a font. This is my first opinion, so let me just reduce it first and check. So let's switch off this one. That's the capital letter, so we have to switch it off and write her name here. So we start with ME. So I don't really like the shape of this letter M. I don't really like it, so I think I'm going to like change the font probably. But let's see if I increase this. And those of you joining, don't forget to subscribe for more live videos, and you are free to replicate, because I'm going to be dropping the resources on my Telegram channel and my WhatsApp channel. So in case you want to replicate this or follow up, you can just check my WhatsApp channel for the resources, because I'm going to be sending it immediately after this video, and I'm going to be sending the fonts I used. So this font is called Amsterdam, in case you like this. I also like this, but there might be a change of hearts probably. Let me just bring it here so I can see the font when I'm changing it. There are other nice fonts here, so I just have to check. I like this, it's thick and nice. Let me see. Thank you for liking, whoever is liking, thank you. Okay, I think I can go with this, but maybe reduce it a little. And the spacing, give it some breathing space, something like that. Reduce again. I think we should still reduce. You can see that this background really looks nice. So thank you for the suggestion, Sylvester. This is looking good and also promising that it can give us a good result. So let's switch off this our color gradient, or whatever we can call it. You can see the difference. So it gave it that kind of vibe, color grading vibe. So that's how sometimes you can, if you don't want it to affect the whole background, you can just clip it on each pictures, clip it on power clip it on, or create clipping marks for each pictures. In CorelDRAW it's called power clipping, I guess. I think that's what you call it in CorelDRAW if you use CorelDRAW, but I'm not too familiar with CorelDRAW, so I use it once in a while. But you can clip it to each pictures, but I prefer just leaving it and maybe using the brush tool to blur some parts which is too dark. So let's just switch it off for a bit, and let's bring this Messi here. What do you guys think about the font, the Messi font? Do you think it's too simple or too basic? I still have other nice fonts here if you want to have a look. There are still other nice fonts I have that could work in case you don't like this. Let me see. This is a normal font everybody know. Orthography font is like, it's a very common font we all know. So this font is also nice. I think I've used it for one of my designs before, and I also like this one. Surprisingly, I like this one. This Goodly also looks nice. It looks really nice. It looks nice. So I think I'll use Goodly for the second name. They're really nice. Yes, I like this. Let me just make it bold. Do you think the bold one is nice, or because you cannot increase the, you cannot change the, what do you call this, you cannot change it to regular or bold. It just has one. So is either we make it too light like this, or we can, let me see if I duplicate it, will it be thicker? Okay, it looks thicker when you duplicate it though, so still nice. Because it's too light, people might not see it. And the second font I saw was the Goodly font, but where is it? Okay, this one. I like this font though, so let me just see how it's going to look like here. It looks too simple. This font will be very good for branding. If you want to brand, you can use this font. Yeah, you can try it with your phone if you are familiar with Pixel. You can try it with your phone if you are familiar with the tools, and if you are like a pro in Pixel, you can still try it. And Weston, you're welcome. You're welcome to the live. You can see here what we are designing, and I'm trying to look for a font for this one. So let me see the glyphs. Every font, some fonts has glyphs. Like this was what made me download this font, this letter Y, which is separated under. But I guess this font is more, it will be more useful in branding or something like this. You can see some nice things here. Let me see if there is NO or NW or combination of two letters that is in Chiwo. You can see there is nothing here, so you cannot use this font. You can use it. Let me use a more popular font that we all know. Let me see this one. Yeah, the Amsterdam font. I really like the Amsterdam font because it's a bit thicker and it's nice. But the letter M, if the letter M was like this first one, I would really go for it. But the M was not just clicking. It was looking somehow, so that's why I didn't use it. But this one looks nice. Yeah, this one is nice. So this font is Aguilera font. I think I've used it in my previous live video also. I've used this font too. And also you guys should keep in mind about alignment. Make sure all your works are aligned, so your work will be neat. So try to maintain alignment. In case you don't your hand is still shaky, when align, you can use the grid lines. You can use the grid line tool. You can just click on Ctrl plus R, bring out your ruler, then you can just arrange your grid the place you want them. You can see, just arrange them, but I don't really like using it because I don't really see my what I'm designing very well, so it's like obstructing me. But you guys should use it. I recommend you guys use it so your work will be neat. You can see. So that's it. If you don't like this one, you can also use the other type of grid line. So let me just take this out and show you. Let me just take this out. Take this out. You can just go to your view, go to show, and show grid, so you can see. But now that now it's covering your work, you won't really like see what you are doing. Maybe it's going to be effective for you guys, but for me it's not good for me. So go with this. So now let me arrange this font. It looks a bit too small. Let's make it 4, or if so, try to make sure that you align your work. Very important, very important. So we do here again. Of course, let me add something here, like an eclipse. This really is common in most birthday designs you are going to see out there. This is very common, so you can use it if you like. So you just change this to white. So let's just reduce it, and so yeah, don't forget to ask questions. Now you can see there are some black lines around this eclipse, so I want to remove it. Yeah, so let me just remove this, and this is good. Now let me reduce the opacity. Reduce the opacity to something like this, and now you go to your text tool. So I want to write around this place happy birthday, so you can just click on it and write happy birthday. And control C to copy and Control V to paste. So you can just copy and paste around the circle till you cover up the whole circle. Yeah, if you watched my last live, I used this Agilera font for my last design. If you watched, so I'm glad you remember that this font was used there. It's like one of my favorite fonts nowadays. I don't know, it just makes my design look nice, so I just like it. So let me just reduce this. It looks a bit too big, so let's bring it down a bit. Okay, this looks nice. Also, let me add some happy birthday here. Sorry, mistake. I already made a font here, so I'm just going to bring it front. Drag your layer. If your layer is too short for you, you can just bring this out, let it be here, and you drag it up here, so you can see more accessible. There are many ways you can arrange your layers, or your workspace rather. Happy birthday. Then we increase the spacing. This is also something I recently started doing to my birthday designs. If you are like someone that constantly views my design, you will know that I regularly do this. So I'm just trying to make sure it's at 90 degrees, or 90.1 is okay, but just make sure it's around 89, 90. If not, it's going to be slanty. So this is 90.2, but it doesn't really matter. Let me just bring it here. Can just Control J. I'm still going to arrange this. So let me just put this one here. This one, can put it here. Or I don't think it's really looking nice here, so let me just remove this one, and maybe it should be only there. Okay, what should we do next? Do you think these two fonts that are white is looking nice? We can just change one to any color we like. Let me see. Red is not looking good. Okay, let's see what we can do. Yellow looks nice. Yellow always goes with red, mostly. Yellow goes with red, if you notice. So oh, I didn't realize that. So if I hold shift while dragging, it's going to move straight. Let's see. Oh, nice. Wow. You can see I didn't realize that actually. See, I also learn new things too. I'm not the only one learning. So let's ask ChatGPT for something. I want to write. Today's date is 5th of September 2025. So I want to ask ChatGPT 5th September 2025 in Roman. This was taught in school, but I don't think I learned or paid attention. So let's just copy this. Let me see in this format. Okay, now we've gotten it in the format I want, so just copy it and paste here. So you can just bring it down here and paste. Something like this. For real though, math was I was not really good at math. Math is like the last subject you'll see me doing alone. So let me just zoom this a little bit for more clarity. I don't know that I can't leave that background like. Let's see. I want to download this because I like the golden stuff here. Maybe I can add it somewhere. So let's just check. I also like this stuff at the end here, but I can't get it out of here, so let me just go back. Or we can add some flowers, like what color of flower do you think? Let me just check. So you can see there are some nice flowers we can use, which I've spotted one already, but I don't know if it's going to be free or if it's going to be paid. You still have to check. Let me just write in this. Is that 7 or 1? Confused. So I don't think we can get this. So I'm just going to use ChatGPT. I'm going to be using Photo Room to remove the background because I like this picture. I'm not letting it go. Or I can just use this one, but just one credit left. But we have no choice. Let's just use it. As far as we've already edited our picture, the rest you can just use it if you want. So make sure this is the background is checked, removing of background, and enhance. So let's just wait for it while it's processing. Still processing, so let's wait. Okay, now it's okay. Let's download and wait for it to download. As you can see, it's downloading, and there's something you all should know about editing of pictures, because thank you for the sub, guys. Thank you. You guys should know one thing about editing of pictures, that it's also upscaling the picture. So let me show you something. This is the direct images from Instagram. You can see the size. You can see this little thing that pop up. You can see the size is 256 KB. And now let's check. Maybe let's check the exact one I used. So let me see. This one is 175 KB. So now if you go up to this one and check, you can see it's 18.5 MB. You can see the difference. If you understand the difference between KB and MB, kilobyte and megabyte, you can see the difference. So you can see that it really brought up the quality. But the problem is that sometimes Facebook reduces high. The more the quality is on Facebook, the more it reduces it. So sometimes when you use low quality to edit your picture, to design, and everything is on low quality, you might likely get higher better results when you post on Facebook. Because once this design, when I finish this design and it's really high, sometimes Facebook just compress it, like really compress it, so you won't be able to see the beauty of the design. That's one thing with Instagram. When you design, you always post your work on Instagram, because that's where people get to see the original design, because Instagram always keeps the quality. So I hope you got something from that. You can try it to verify. So let me bring in my flower. It's really going to be bad if this flower didn't go with my design, because I just wasted one full credit for this. So you better be useful. Okay, so come back here. It doesn't really look bad. Doesn't really look bad. So let's just duplicate it. Man should be here also. Man should be here. You can see it's looking a bit good. Looking nice. So let's edit other things. So let's bring this one here. And I think this flipping also is not nice, because there are still some things around here. So let me just flip it to this side. Okay, now what else can we add here? What else you guys should suggest? You can suggest what we can add, what we can remove, anything. So let me just write a birthday wish. Most things I do now is with ChatGPT because it makes my works faster. So it makes my works faster. So yeah. Let's just make it a bit longer so we can copy. Okay, so let's just copy from here because we're still going to write happy birthday, so don't need to copy it again. Let me now paste it with this sample font, so you can just stop here. You can see it's still nice. So let's check on Pinterest to see other people's design, if we can get something from there. And you can see this part of the design is looking rough. I don't really like it. So, and you can see, if you notice, this flowers is also rhyming with her cap. You can see some light pink pictures there, so it's also nice. Now let's check for some inspo. If you guys have any suggestion, you can suggest to the designs. I guess you all know who has this flyer. I think Victor Ikechuku on Facebook. You can check him out too. He's also good on birthday flyers. No. He's also good on birthday flyers. So thank you for the sub, guys. Okay. Let's see. You can see this background too. I wanted to use it for my design, so let me see this picture. This picture can be useful. Let me see. What else do you think we can add on this design? It still needs some work. You can see this flower is already passing the alignment, so you can just bring it up here if it's already surpassing the alignment we did. So bring it up. Write something here. Can go up here and just bring it down here. Copy something there. And now I want to work on this font because I'm not really feeling the vibe. So in my past two live videos I did, I clipped background on it, but this time let's do something different that we can use. Should we use a gold effect for this, then use white here? Let's see, let's check it out. Let's see if we can use a gold effect for this one, then use a white color for this one. So I'm just going to go to one of my golden text effects here. I have, so I saved this from one of my old designs, which I'm not sure most of you are familiar with. Yeah, let's just go into the picture. This is the text effect here. If this effect works out, I can send the link or the file to you guys on WhatsApp or on Telegram. So let's just write Messi. You can see that this font also looks nice too, but not my type of font. Let's just stick with the one we used. So you can just increase the spacing a little bit. Let's save. Control S to save. You save it here, then you close this place. Then you can see it here, the gold is already here, so you can just switch this one off. Right click on this edition. The edition is the font, the properties of the gold font. So just right click and convert to smart object. Once you convert to smart object, you can be able to move it around anywhere you like. So you can just switch this off and move this font here. So let's move it here. I don't know if this is going to look nice, but you just have to try. So let me switch off this 3 Yosichimo and bring in this one. Switch this off. Can turn off this. We don't need this again, so can turn this off. Bring it here. Can bring it here. It still feels too big, so you can just, you can see it's looking somehow. Maybe it's because it's looking too light. Let's add some shadow for it to have some depth on it. So let me increase the opacity. Opacity is increased, and the distance, so let's just make it like this. Now we can change this to white because it's not really looking nice on that. What do you guys think? Does this look better? Or we can change it to red if it's not looking nice, but you can't change it to red. If not, it's going to blend with the background and it's not going to be visible. Now let me treat my images. So you go to the first one, which is the main picture. You go to camera raw. Let's go to camera raw to edit our pictures. So watch how I do mine. You can copy my settings if you like. You can see it already have little exposure, so we don't need much. Maybe 0.05 is enough. A little bit of contrast, clarity. You need to add some clarity. Increase the vibrance. We don't need saturation for now. Let me reduce the highlights because it's too highlighted. And the blacks, let me increase the blacks. Okay, now we'll go to sharpening. We're going to sharpen it maybe 15 or 16. Then the noise reduction, you can increase it all the way to the half part, so that the face is going to be smooth. You understand? So you can just click on OK, and you can see how nice it is. You can just come here, right click and rasterize. You have to rasterize if you want to use the same settings I used for this first one. So you just rasterize and make this one to look like that. This one is already rasterized because the smart object icon is not here, so you can just enhance, and you can see it has more quality than before. Now let me check something. You can see this picture here. Let me see if I can add something like a little bit of gradient on top. We're still going to remove this, so I'm still going to blur it. Just want to see how it's going to look like. I want the her full body to show, like this down part. I want it to show, so you can just blur the top. This place looks dark because of the light part of the gradient, so you can just remove it, and maybe leave this down part a little bit, because showing the let's see. Okay, this one, should it be on top? Yeah, should be on top. And now this, our background is interfering with my design, so let me look for it. Actually it was shifted, so let me block it. This one, so we move it up here. So why I added this gradient is because of the background in front, the rough edge in this background. Let me bring it up so you can see the rough edge I'm talking about. You can see all this rough edge here. By the way, I could use this, I could just blur this and use also, but I preferred using another background. So now let's see if a red, you guys will, I will need your opinion on this. So let me just go to, I think this is a bit red. I need something like reddish and yellowish, so this one looks okay. So I want to see which of the, because she's wearing a red cloth and we're using an orange, a brown and blue background, which also matches our clothes by the way and the picture. But I want to see if we should use if we should use this to color grade the picture because of the background, or we should use a red because of our clothes. So let's see. First we have to blur this because it's looking a bit rough. And let me change it to linear dodge or color. Let me use linear dodge for this, and I'm going to reduce the opacity and the fill. So now let me know, is this better, this, or is this better? Because two of them now is looking, they are looking good. So let me increase this a little bit so that the red, this thing can come out. You can see. For me, I think I like this red one. I think I like the red one. What do you guys think? I think I like this one. Don't know. Now let me see if I can add this gold ribbon PNG. Let's see if I'll see something. I like this one, which I don't think will be free by the way, because most things here they are not free. You have to pay. Unless you have to like remove the background directly from Pinterest. So you can see it's also different. It's a different thing they are giving me. So they just use the different stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use photo room and blur it. So let me just, oh, it has some watermark here already, so I can't use it. I can't use it because of the watermark. So let me just check. Yeah, the red is okay. I also like the red. And let me just remove this, download this one in case I like it. So I remove this. Let me search for this again, so let me be sure if it's not available, or let me go back. I saw the background somewhere here. Let me see one more time. Let's just cancel this. You can see it's not here. I thought it's going to be somewhere here, but it's not here, so you don't need to bother. Okay, let's bring in this one. can just look for somewhere to add it, somewhere nice. But just make sure it doesn't. You can see here looks nice already. Do I need to say it doesn't look nice? This looks really nice already. So let me just blur this sharp edge here, and I think I'm going to bring this flower forward. So let me just switch off this thing for now. I'm going to bring off, but if I bring it forward, it's going to disrupt my design. So you can see, if you notice, there's a line here which I didn't see. So let me just blur it, blur out this line. I really wish I could remove this. Okay, we can actually bring this flower to the front. Let me show you how. So let me duplicate the flower and bring it in front of that ribbon. You can see it's in front of the ribbon. Make sure you don't move it though. So I'm just going to erase. Let me see if this is going to work. We'll just erase where her face is and where the flower combines together. So let me just, we have to make sure it's, we have to do it small, something like this. And you can see what we did there. Just make sure you don't move it, because if you move it, you can see what we have, but you won't know, because the two pictures are combined together. Let me just erase this. I don't like this. Let me select this one and erase. I don't like this one. You can just leave it like this, because the background was not removed enough, so I don't really like it. So now let's see, where else can we add this? I feel we can add it somewhere else. So okay, let me see something. Can just do something like this, you know, add some things. Don't make it look fancy. Understand? That's the whole purpose of doing a birthday flyer. You have to look for things to make it look very fancy. You understand? So let me bring this down somewhere here. And also you have to also put your name where here. So you can just put it in this one. So I think I'll delete it, but for now let me leave it. And I'll go to my pen tool. Come here, do something like this. Yeah, this is straight enough shape though, so you can just go to your shape though, so you can just go to your, write Joshua graphics. So now we can increase the spacing. We just want it to be around here. You can see the pen tool is much easier to do this with, and it also looks nice. So I was thinking, if it's possible, I can add something like a shape here, because the font is too thin for my liking, so I don't really like it like that. So I just want to add something like a shape to make it at least have some some content around it, but let's just find out if it's possible. You can see it's not really looking good, so I don't like this. Let me see if I can use the pen tool. Let me see. The pen tool doesn't look like it's working out there. Yeah, this is not looking nice. And also I forgot to turn it to a shape, so yeah, let's not go with that. We'll find a way of making this filled up, or we can just use a different font. Let me see. Let me Control Z, and let's use a different font for this one. Let me see, what of this first font we used? If it's good, I think we'll have to go with this one. Let me see. We don't know yet. We don't know how it's going to be yet, so let's convert it to smart object first, and let's move it. Let's see. I really need something that is a bit thick, and we can use. So let me switch the first one, and I think this also goes, but it's not looking nice. Let this be here. Let's bring this one here. Let me reduce this a little bit. Yeah, it's not clicking. It's not clicking at all. Let's see. Let's switch this off. Let me see if I have a nicer font. There's this font called Sunset. Let me see if it's going to go with what I'm looking for. So let's see. Yeah, this font is not good. Not good at all. It's not good. What about this one? Yeah, this is even worse. Like I said earlier, the font was nice, but it's too light. The font is too light. So what about this? This one looks too simple. You know what? I'm going to make it this. I'm going to change it back to this one, but maybe it should just remain at white color. But if I make it bold, it's going to be too much, so I don't really like how too much it is. So or if I duplicate it many times, let's duplicate it countless times. You can see it's having some rough edges around. That's why I don't like it. When you duplicate it too much, you can see what it's doing. So let's just remove this. Maybe 1 or 2 is okay. So I can change to smart objects. A stroke. Do you mean adding a stroke to the messy font, or which one? And also adding a stroke. Oh yeah, adding a stroke. Let me see. Where is it? This one. Let's see. That was actually not a bad idea. Okay. You can see it's inside. That's why it's not reacting. So, all right. Okay, now I'm satisfied. Yeah, this looks nice. Now the problem is if we should leave it at, if we make it gold or leave it at white. If I should leave it as white, or if I can change this to, if I can use an abstract. Let me increase the spacing of this one. Let me see. So let me what should I do? Let me see. Arrange this here. Bring this here. Bring this here. So I think the white is okay. The problem is it's too many. Let me see something here. Hello, abstract. Click on enter. So I just want to look for something for the font, so it won't be too white or so. Let's download this. Let's see if this will be good. I don't know if it will be good for this font here. I just don't want it to be plain white, so to give something like a gradient color. So let's add a rectangle, maybe here. Maybe use the color yellow, but I think it's too big. be here. It should be in front, and also it has a black stroke, so I have to remove the stroke, and I'll change one color to red. Let me increase the size. Or maybe it should be here. So maybe we can add one more, but what color are we going to change it to? Adding one more is like spoiling it, so let me just remove that one, or maybe even put this one here. Now I'm going to add long life and prosperity. So I'm going to add something here. Can hold the control key and move it to the direction. Okay. Okay. This one will be black. Change it to black. You can see it's behind, so let me just write it first before bringing it front. Just want to reduce this a little bit, it's too big. Okay, now let's check our red color grading. Yeah, well, we've gone somewhere. Let me move this a little bit because it's interfering with my alignment here. So it doesn't matter if I cover this because I already have a second one here, so I can just cover it there, or I rather write happy birthday there. Something like that. Maybe increase the spacing too to give it, for it to reach more space. Okay. What else can we add? Thinking of adding this, which I started adding recently to my designs. Where is it? This can just remove the background. Go to your selection, your quick selection tool. So you select and you click on the max icon, convert to smart objects. So I forgot, let's switch it off because we're still working below. So let's look for how we can fix it. Or rather, instead of using this one, I can search for another one here, or just go to my saved document. Oh yeah, I still have to add the date. Thank you for that. We're going to look for somewhere to add, maybe just maybe on her body. I can change it to overlay for it to have this kind of shining effect. So let me go to my saved documents or my saved pictures on Pinterest, and there is a shape. There are some shapes I can use here which I saved. You can see this background too, also looks nice, which will be good for this, would have been good also for my design. But I'm looking for a shape, a particular shape, so I don't think I'll find it here. So let's just go. These are some of my saved projects in case of later. Okay. I can save this also, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. I think I'll just search for it, something like this. Okay, I've seen what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for, and I can just download it. I would have there's a gold version of that, but since I've used this for gold, so I don't need to use it again. So I just come here and bring in the picture. Just going to remove the background, select subject. Let's not forget about the date, so I'm going to also add the date. Even though we've added some dates here in Roman, we still have to add the original dates for people to understand. That is just for fancy purposes. Let me change this to overlay first. You can see it's looking a bit dark. Let me see if I convert, if I invert it, which is Ctrl I. Let me see. You can see it's more brighter in using overlay, so that's what I'm looking for. I can just add it anywhere, but I prefer it somewhere there, just like to make it more fancy. Even though it's making the flower look too bright, I can just add it somewhere low here. I'm going to duplicate it, add one here. Sorry. Okay, it's good already like that. I just have to make it like this. What position do you think this will go? I want it to be something like this. to just be like this. Let me reduce the opacity of this one. The second one can be low. So now let's add our year, but before that let me duplicate this one, duplicate it and move it to the other line there. Where's my font? Let me just bring it over here and flip it here. So we can just write a different thing here, maybe happy birthday. Don't really need to see it in full because already I've written happy birthday somewhere else, so this is just for fancy. Okay, now for the date, where should we add the date? Let's look for some transparent. You can use this if you want to design an ad flyer. This is very useful for ad flyers, so you can save this if you see it, because you can use this for an ad flyer instead of even though you can create this from scratch using Photoshop, but this will make your work faster. So let me search for, what am I searching for? Metallic, let's say metallic eclipse. We didn't spell metallic well, so this, something like this would have been nice, but I've checked it before and I think it's a paid stuff, so let's just say metallic circle. PNG. There's something I'm looking for, but this are also nice, which I think this is paid also, so yeah, this is paid, so we don't really need it. Can just look for something paid also. Like this one, and I can download this one. Okay, this is what I'm looking for actually, but a different color. Do you think we can use this? Let's see. Let me see if this. Wait a minute. So this one too. Okay, what if we can use this? By the way, I'm going to download this for future purposes while I wait for this one. Okay, it's downloaded. Of course, raw pixel is I think some are paid, so high resolution is always paid. We can just choose low resolution and wait for it to download. don't know if it's going to go with this design though. I'm just checking. We're just checking. Let's check this one. Something like this is good though. Let me just erase this. I prefer the first one, but the problem is if it's going to go with my design. I can actually replace this with the circle there. Let's see how it's going to go. But I have to switch off this one. Okay, goes perfectly. But now I don't think this glass effect is going to work for me, so I'm just going to put it plain in her somewhere in her clothes and make it big. So let's just change this to Cinzel. I like using Cinzel font for this one, so you can search for it, Cinzel. So it's the 5th of September. You don't need to write September in full, you can just write the short form. You can say metallic circle or metallic eclipse, anyone. You can get it there if you want to search for it. This is what I searched for. So you can see metallic circle PNG. That is what I searched for it to bring this. So I'm thinking of changing this to overlay. Maybe putting it somewhere visible. Maybe we should reduce it a little bit, because there's no really space for the date now, so you can just, but I don't know if she indicated her age on the post. If she indicated her age on the post, it would be really nice, because I could just draw some art behind her. So yeah, she didn't add her age, so we just know that it's her birthday. Or if any of you know her age, you can just type it in the comment section so we can use it, because she didn't use it here. So I don't really know, you can just leave it like that. So now let's add because I wanted to do something big here, like let me go back. Even if it's not going to be visible, but just put it back here at the blue area, here. I can search for it. Let me search. Okay, so you can see they said 35th birthday, so you can just add 35 here. Can add 35 here, and if you want people to see it, we can do something here. So let's duplicate this, right click, convert this to shape. When you convert the second one to shape, you bring it to the front of her. Now we go to the shape, and the fill color, we make it transparent, but we make this one white, and we make it like 1, something like 1. So if you notice, you can see the 5 here. You can see the 5 showing here, but I don't know if it's nice. But there's a problem. I can't see 3. So I'm just saying for 5. I can't see the 3. Oh, that's right, because she has to be on top of the second picture, which is at the top. So can bring it here. So now we can see the whole thing. Let me see if I put this to overlay. It's more better to on overlay, but here it's not nice. So let's see if we change this to yellow. So like light yellow or dark yellow, just normal yellow, and maybe change it to overlay also. Now it's not giving me what I want. Let's change it to light blue, just like this light blue here, but something brighter like this. I think the light blue looks nice on screen or lighting, but overlay, it also looks nice on overlay though. But no one will know that I'm trying to write 35. That's the problem, and it's kind of obstructing my picture. So what do you guys think? Do you think I leave it or I just reduce it? Let me see. If I reduce it like this, most people will understand what I'm trying to write. But the second one is not showing. This one, let me see if I can increase the stroke a bit more. Not so much, just more. It's not still showing. We can't see it, but we can see that it's 35. So we can leave it like that though. We can leave it like that. Let's bring this here, or we can just delete this one. We've written happy birthday enough. So what do you guys think? Do you think we can add something, or we can just leave it at this? We can leave it like this. Do you have any questions? Do you think we should add something? What do you guys think? Let's see the design with the red color grade. You can see how it is like this. So yeah, I like this one. I like it, but I need you guys' opinion. What do you think? What do you guys think of the design? What do you think we should add? Let's see if we can. Okay, thank you, Dan. So it's okay. So if it's okay, I guess we can just save it, and I'm going to send the resources. Do you think we can add, let me see something. Let's search for pink petals PNG. Alright, if we should leave it like this, then it's good. I was thinking maybe we could add something like a petal, because of this flower we put behind. So like adding something like this, maybe not everywhere, but just somewhere around, could be nice also. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some things from it. I really hope so. I hope you learned something from it. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video, in my next live video. So if you're just new here, don't forget to subscribe